sound bites to explore and contextualize current affairs. And there's lots to talk about: jobs, tax reform, our changing economy, education, crime, and the environment. Discussing the issues that matter in depth and with personality. A new studio, a new look for a new season. That's Let's Talk. Live Mondays at 8 p.m. on ZBM TV 9 and repeated at 7 a.m. on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. Sears is Bermuda's largest home appliance store with over 200 appliances in our showroom. We have refrigerators and freezers, gas ovens and electric ranges, washers and dryers. Sears has a wide selection of craftsman's tools and accessories. Beautify your home with our lawn and garden tools. We have everything you need for outdoor entertaining. Located at 41 Victoria Street, Sears is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sears, reliable delivery, quality service, and everyday low prices.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Friday, January the 18th, 2019. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us. Topping our news, the 2019 Bermuda Marathon Weekend just got underway in Hamilton with hundreds of junior and senior runners competing in the invitational Front Street Mile races. We now go to our very own Earl Basden, who is live at the races. Hi, Earl.
And welcome to the 2019 Front Street Mile, the beginning of the Bermuda weekend of racing right here on Front Street. Joining me here is the president of the Bermuda National Athletic Association, Donna Reyna. Donna, exciting times. It starts the year off. This night, it looks like it's going to be a good night of racing.
Yes, Earl, it's a wonderful night. The weather is perfect. There's hardly any wind. You know, the entrants are up this year. The Bermuda Triangle, as usual, the numbers are steadily increasing. So we are excited. This looks like it's going to be a good night, a good weekend, not just a good night.
Well, obviously, our top runners tend to get started later on, but who are you looking for this time around to kind of step out and make a name for themselves this coming weekend?
Well, right now, I mean, if I'm looking at, if we're talking about our local runners, I think Sean Trott. Sean's been having some really good races. He's running the Bermuda Triangle this week. He's trying to get another title because he's won it before. So I think Sean this year is our standout athlete that we're looking at.
Well, he's been running well in the UK over the summer while he was over there working. Now he's back on home turf and he's kind of put himself out there. But overseas, we're looking at these elite races tonight. You're seeing the names, you've probably seen their times. What time do you think tonight will take to win the elite mile for the men?
Well, they're not gonna break 4 minutes. I don't think. We've got a few repeats that's been here before. I'm thinking probably around 4:10, 4:12 tonight, I think.
And for the ladies?
For the ladies, that's a tough one. We've got Heather Kemp that's here. I saw her last night. She looks in fantastic shape. I can't even say what time because this is early season, so I haven't even looked at what most of them have been doing. But I saw her last night, and she looks in fantastic shape. And she said she's running the 10K and the half marathon.
Okay. Well, as you can see, races are behind us. The racing is underway right here on Front Street. If you can get down here, we've got some interesting races later on. Back to you in the studio, Diane.
Thanks, Earl, for the update on the Front Street Mile races this evening. And Earl will have more on the Bermuda Marathon Weekend on Monday. Next, this is a story of courage and healing combined with running. Mike Sharp reports.
Late December 1978, 41 years ago, American Carrie Ebright was raped in Hamilton Parish. A few weeks before, another schoolgirl, Connie Furtado, was raped and killed. Carrie Ebright Jacobs is now back on island to honor Furtado by competing in the Bermuda Triangle Challenge. In fact, Jacobs ran last year to mark the 40th year of Furtado's death.
I've come back, this is my second year in a row, to run the Bermuda Triangle Challenge in memory of Connie Furtado.
There's a special tie between you and Connie Furtado.
In 1978, I was in high school, and I was walking to a friend of mine's house, and I was in a vulnerable spot on the rail trail and alone, and I was attacked and raped, and the man that raped me kept threatening to take my life. I'm going to kill you. It's your word against mine. They're going to believe you, not me. And I really thought I wasn't going to make it out. And somehow I was able to convince him, or by the grace of God, he let me go. This is a picture of Connie Furtado, and I will carry her picture with me on the Bermuda Triangle Challenge, on the Front Street Mile, and the 10K and the marathon. I'm partnering with Lori Smith of Center of Abuse and Rape, and I've collected names of women who have been abused or sexually assaulted, and I'm writing their names and running also in honor of them. And in this little heart in the corner are ones that have died, and I'm running in memory of them as well.
Carrie now looks back at what took place after her rape.
After my rape, a few months after that, I graduated from high school. I left the island, I started college. I buried everything, and I never really dealt with the pain of it, and I never dealt with, why did Connie make it, why was she taken, why was her life taken and not mine when I was threatened as well? And I had a degree of survivor guilt, but I wanted to honor her. And back in the States, I have a nonprofit called 22 Too Many, and I run in memory of military loss to suicide, to post-traumatic stress. So running in memory is something I'm accustomed to. So I came back and met up with my friend again. It had been many years. And I found a picture of Connie, and I printed it, and I carried her on the races. And it was a very heavy time, but I felt like I overcame a lot in my own healing. And I would love to be able to reach out to her family. I believe they live in the Azores now, and send them my race medals from last year and also from this year.
And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
And we wish you well, Carrie. You are very brave. Coming up, more news and your Accuweather forecast. Stay with us.
At Argus, our interest is you. Each of you. Around here, we know that when two people seem the same, they can have very different insurance needs for their health, home, work, and future. Which is why we take the time to get to know you as an individual, so we can provide insurance coverage that fits your life. Because after all, our interest is you.
You can count on us.
Your choice, potatoes, 5-pound bag, only $4.49. Fresh Purdue oven stuffer roaster at $1.99 per pound. Ragu pasta sauce, 24 to 29-ounce jar, hot price $2.69. Tama spaghetti, linguine, or fettuccine pasta, 500-gram bag, hot price $1.69. Chobani Greek yogurts, 5.3-ounce tub, hot price $1.69. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Surface Terms has been serving Bermuda for over 25 years, supplying and installing tile and natural stone. We have a large in-stock selection of beautiful porcelain wood planking, including our exclusive Bermuda cedar tile. You will also find Bermuda's best in-stock selection of countertops, including natural granites, exotic quartzites, and silestone engineered quartz in all the newest colors. Our team will be happy to help you. Stop by our showroom at 17 Serpentine Road or give us a call at 295-8005.
Welcome back. Well, one of the major issues the Bermuda Health Council, the BHC, is studying is hospital cost containment. In the second part of an interview with Mike Sharp, BHC Director Ricky Brathwaite speaks about King Edward's fee for service.
Mr. Brathwaite said in order to reduce health care premiums, we must lower costs at the hospital.
So one of the things that the Health Council is working on, or at least is providing some advisement around, is hospital cost containment. So the hospital is the largest and most important when it comes to acute care services provider within the community. One of the things that we've seen through our research and through our understanding of the international market is that there are a lot of different ways that hospitals around the world are paying for their care.
The BHC chief said we are similar to America.
For example, we resemble a model very much like the United States, where we have fee-for-service, which means that for every unit or every service that's provided, there's a cost attached to it. in the U.S., one of the things that they're actually transitioning from is that fee-for-service system.
Mr. Brathwaite spoke about alternative models to fee-for-service.
I know recently we developed a relationship with Johns Hopkins Hospital as a clinical partner, a clinical services partner. And one of the things that Johns Hopkins, as part of a hospital within the state of Maryland, does, they have this thing called a global budget. So the state of Maryland provides funding for Johns Hopkins Hospital, a bulk amount of money. Let's say it's $500 million to provide services, and they say this is what you have to provide the services. What that does is reduce the risk to the government or the state for paying for services, and actually has shown to reduce cost.
So when Bermuda has this?
So Bermuda right now has a fee-for-service system, which is actually a pretty antiquated type of model for funding healthcare.
There are concerns about changing models.
Some of the concern is if we move to another system, will it change how care is delivered? The reality is that within the United States, which moved from a fee-for-service, primarily fee-for-service system, to more of a global budget or capitated. So capitated is depending on how many people that facility serves, then you have a certain amount of money that that facility is given.
A spokesperson for the Bermuda Hospitals Board confirmed that they regularly have discussions with the Bermuda Health Council and other related agencies. We are willing to do all we can to help contain costs while ensuring that our local community are afforded the quality services they require. I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Thanks, Mike. Well, switching gears now. Good news for the island's seniors. The Ministry of Finance has granted a 1.4% increase to contributory pension benefits starting this month. The benefits will take effect backdated to August 2018. Benefits under the Contributory Pension Fund were last increased in 2016 by 3% and in 2017 by 1.7%. During a press conference recently, Minister of Finance Curtis Dickinson said the move is affirmation of the government's promise to uphold the dignity of seniors.
This recent increase is great news for our seniors receiving a government pension. It means more money in their account every month, money they can use to pay bills, buy groceries, take care of medical expenses, or just purchase something nice for themselves. The well-being of our seniors is very much a priority for this government, and we want to make sure that as the cost of living increases, so do their benefits. Based on the Consumer Price Index, the cost of living increased by 1.4% from July 2017 to July 2018, when the last increase was granted. This benefit increase fully covers the prevailing rate of inflation. Therefore, the Ministry of Finance is of the view that the increase meets the policy objective to assist our seniors. As previously noted, the increase in the benefits rate will be made effective on August 16, 2018, which means that all beneficiaries will see the increase and back pay to August 2018 reflected in their most recent January 15, 2019 benefits payments.
Minister of Finance Curtis Dickinson. Meantime, 74-year-old retiree Valerie Dill, speaking on behalf of seniors attending the press conference, said she is pleased with the work being done to increase pension benefits.
We are extremely happy, and that I know that our government will continue to look out for us as seniors, and that we will have to review the income and see how it fits in with the cost of living in Bermuda as it is today.
Turning to weather news, cooler temperatures, however, Bermuda is pretty awesome for January compared to the U.S., for example, with snow and sub-zero temps. Let's go to Accuweather headquarters for our Bermudaful weekend weather forecast.
Accuweather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to Accuweather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and I hope you had a great week. The weekend is here, and if you got the weekend off, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad if you're here for vacation either. We do have a weak frontal boundary that will be moving through as we head into tonight, and this will give us the opportunity for at least a couple of spotty showers. So heads up if you're going to be out there for tonight. We don't expect any significant rain, just more in the way of some nuisance showers here or more there. Temperatures right now are sitting in the mid-60s, 66 degrees. We have humidity right around 60 to 65%. Winds are coming in out of the southwest, anywhere from 8 to 12 knots, so just a slight breeze out there. The water temperature is currently 67, and no real issues out on the water. Inside the reef, waves are anywhere from 1 to 2 feet, and outside about 3 to 5, but we do have a small craft warning in place just for tonight, and then improving conditions out on the water for tomorrow. And then once we get into Sunday, we will have a strong frontal boundary approaching, and that's really going to kick up the winds here. So boating conditions will go downhill, at least for the second half of the weekend and into early next week. So as I mentioned, we have that small craft warning tonight. Low tide coming in at 12:07 a.m. on your Saturday, and then we have high tide coming in just before 6:45 a.m. on Saturday morning. So as I mentioned, we could see a few showers around, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two. 63 degrees under partly cloudy skies for your Friday night here. And then tomorrow, not a bad day to be out and about. We're in the upper 60s, a low of 61. And I hope you can get outside and enjoy the sunshine. All right, as I've been talking about, we will have a strong cold front moving through once we get closer toward the end of the weekend. Actually, a pretty powerful storm is going to dump a couple of feet of snow across northeastern U.S. here. And then there will be that trailing cold front. And as that front approaches, temperatures will be going up. However, you can see all of the wind ahead of this front. That is going to make for some rough conditions out on the water and also some very windy conditions, heavy rainfall, maybe a thunderstorm or two as this front moves through. And we're going to see a significant drop in temperatures compared to where we are this weekend, opposed to behind the frontal boundary. So we'll get to that in just a moment here. In Jamaica, fair weather, 84 degrees with clouds and sunshine. A few spotty showers in Barbados and also Trinidad. As I mentioned, we will see quite a bit of snow in the northeast U.S. and also up there in Canada, Toronto. A high of 12 with periods of snow on Saturday. Here's a look at our extended forecast closer to home. You can see this weekend, Sunday, we're ahead of that front. Temperatures are in the low 70s. Sunday night into Monday, periods of rain, maybe a thunderstorm. And then there's that big drop in temperature from Sunday to Tuesday. We drop about 10 degrees. So as we head into the middle of next week, temperatures are just in the low 60s.
Accuweather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
My name is Kevin Roberts. I'm a taxi driver / ambassador. My father's with BF&M, so am I. Half of my family always been seen to be with Bermuda Fine Marine. I tried a different provider at one time, but I wasn't too happy with the competition. Because back then it took too long to settle claims. They questioned every claim, and I never really had that problem with BF&M. I'm quite happy with it.
At the Bermuda Festival, there's something for everyone in 2019. From international acts, the Manhattan Transfer and Shaka Khan, to Bermudians Heather Nova and Rebecca Falkenberry. Our plays include A Midsummer Night's Dream, Masterclass, and Nina Simone for Women. There's music for all, jazz, rock, classical, and even a cappella. And with modern dance and family entertainment, the list is complete. For tickets, visit ptix or bermudafestival.org. Celebrating the empowerment of women, she is art.
Who will represent the National Football League, AFC, and NFC respective conferences? The 53rd edition of the Super Bowl will be played right here on CBS Network, home of ZBM TV9 on February the 3rd, 2019. Be a part of the most exciting and thrilling game played around the world during the month of February. ZBM will bring you exclusive live coverage from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, beginning at 12:30 p.m. For more information on sponsorship, email sales@bbc.bm or call 295-2828 and ask for our sales department.
21 people were killed in a terrorist attack on Tuesday in Kenya's capital of Nairobi when Somali militants stormed a luxury hotel. Gunfire and explosions caused hundreds to flee the area, and many were injured. 2 Bermudians living in the city, one who was caught in the middle of a previous terrorist attack in 2013, say the worst is over and now the community rebuilds. Jasmine Patterson picks up the story from here.
The Somalia-based Islamist group Al-Shabaab claimed responsibility for Tuesday's attack, where armed extremists stormed Dusit Hotel, a luxury hotel in Nairobi. Bermudian Harry Masters recently moved to the city and describes how the day unfolded while at his office 20 minutes away from the attack site.
That day was a little bit hectic. I would say that it was more difficult. It was more difficult to work through that day and that evening. Things kind of dragged by. There was a lot of question marks around what was going to happen. You know, who was it that was being affected by this? All of a sudden, everybody was kind of rushing to the hospitals, donating blood, but we didn't really understand what had happened until the dust settled.
He was well out of harm's way, but he says the impact of the event was still felt.
The hotel is also an office complex. One of our clients is located at the office that was attacked. So we were meant to have a client meeting with them the next day. And then another one of our competitors works out of that same building, and one of their employees also lost his life that day.
The event was a shock for Bermudian mother of 3, Joanne Ball-Burgess. You may recall she was held up for 4 hours in a bathroom during the attack on the Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi in 2013.
This seems all too familiar, the gunshots and bombs and that sort of thing. So immediately, of course, anxiety started just flowing, and just reminiscent of what happened and hoping that your friends were nearby, and everyone started contacting everyone on social media, on WhatsApp, and asking, where are you? If you're near, juice it, please, go somewhere else. So that started happening, and just being totally sucked into the events of the day. So basically all work pretty much stopped.
That 2013 attack, orchestrated by the same Islamic extremist group, resulted in over 60 casualties as 4 gunmen targeted shoppers. Mrs. Ball-Burgess says Tuesday's events triggered unwanted memories.
Because I was triggered, that obviously means that there's still a lot more healing to take place in myself. So I'll be checking in, with a lot of self-care with my therapist next week. I'm encouraging all my friends to do that.
She hopes the violence doesn't overshadow Kenya's rich culture and is hopeful the country and those affected recover from the latest attack.
In conversation with the family, having a plan, not being fearful of going to a mall, and at the same time knowing what to expect and knowing where the exits are, knowing what to do if there was something out of the ordinary that happened. So those are the steps that we're taking living in Nairobi.
Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta confirmed that the siege is over. 5 jihadist extremists were, quote, eliminated, and the military are working to find those responsible. Jasmine Patterson reporting for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Thanks, Jasmine. Well, Earl Basin will have your sports report in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
You can count on us.
Red or white seedless grapes, hot price only $3.99 per pound. Fresh beef round stew beef, $6.99 per pound. ShopRite broccoli florets, 16-ounce bag, hot price $2.99. Kellogg's Fruit Loops, 19.4-ounce box, family size, hot price $8.49. Save $1.60 on Purex liquid laundry detergent, 50-ounce bottle, hot price $4.99. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
When it's happening now, you can't beat the immediacy of radio.
Chance to hear the thoughts of acclaimed author.
No matter where you are.
I'm Darlene Livingston with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
When events are spectacular, television is by far the best media platform.
Why now this particular topic?
For sports action, well, need we say more? Broadcast reporters put elected officials on the spot, keeping them honest and accountable to voters. And they can explain things in ways we all understand.
Climbs up to 12.5%.
Broadcast news is important. We're your eyes and ears on the ground. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us tonight. In good times and bad, radio's your constant companion.
On the big station, Power 95.
And TV news is the news.
Based on what you're seeing.
And Bermuda Broadcasting is your station.
And you're watching Bermuda Tonight. Well, turning to sports, CONCACAF's Leadership Forum is underway. 4 years playing tennis, and a young female player has been awarded a full scholarship. And Kamal Levrock shines again in Australia. Earl Basden has it all in tonight's Sports Report.
CONCACAF's Leadership Forum, the first ever, is being held here in Bermuda at the Fairmont Southampton. The group was joined today by the president of CONCACAF, Victor Montagliani.
Well, first, it's great to be here. Bermuda's always got great hospitality, and and it's always great. And anytime you have a, it's a profession what we do, but it's also great to have a great friend in Mark Wade as a president here. So it's always good to come back. And for this is really we're doing a series. This is the first one, and it's really in modern football there's a lot of requirements on leadership now. Things have changed. There's a bigger spotlight on everything you do. As you see with the programs that have launched in CONCACAF, the expectations are always higher. And so I think, there's no manual that says, here you go, here you're president, there's the manual, follow it. So I thought it was important to, this is more of a sharing. It's not anybody lecturing. I'm not here to lecture anybody. It's more to listen and learn, talk to each other, learn from each other's mistakes, learn from each other's positives. So it's an opportunity to really share some great ideas and experiences amongst the presidents.
Jasmina Bradshaw Douglas has only been playing tennis for 4 years, but the young talent will be departing Bermuda on Sunday, heading to Bethany College on a full tennis scholarship.
That was the main reason I started playing tennis. Everybody asked me, what made you decide to take up tennis? Firstly, it was to further my education. I knew that if I could get an athletic scholarship to help the burden of finances on my parents, that would be amazing. So I knew that athletics was my only ticket to really go to college, and to be able to say 4 years later, after sticking to the sport and, working hard, I can go to college on a full scholarship is amazing. So I'm ecstatic.
Kamal Levrock turned out for West Torrens in their South Australian Cricket Association Premier Cricket West End 2020 match on McGrath Foundation Pink Stumps Day. West Torrens defeated Port Adelaide by 30 runs. Batting first, West Torrens scored 172 for 4. In their allotted 20 overs, Levrock would score 42 off of 13 deliveries. Levrock hit 3 4s and 4 6s in his 20-minute stay at the wicket. In reply, Port Adelaide would only manage 142 for 9. Levrock returned figures of 4 overs, 1 for 29. Bermuda Brazilian Football School and Bermuda Sports Management Group announced the first all-girls student-athlete academy training camp. Calvin Blankendow, CEO of Bermuda Sports Management Group, explained.
The Brazilian Football School and Bermuda Sports Management Group are going to be focusing on female athletes specifically in 2019. As you know, we've always been focusing on the males, and they've received lots of opportunities. And in the small island that we live on, we get quite a few emails and phone calls about why not the females. And we recognize that, it's time to support the young ladies a little bit more than we have done in the past.
Uniquely, you have sports that are traditional, but you also have some knocking on the door that are not so traditional, but getting a lot of recognition locally.
Yes, we started out as a football program or soccer, and then we've transitioned into giving other female student athletes a chance. So the camp is going to be called International Student Athlete Development Academy Camp. All girls, hopefully. If we can't fill it for the girls, we'll add some boys groups. We want to give the girls a chance. We're getting into field hockey. We're focusing on football as well, and then also looking to add basketball to the program. At the moment, we have 2 field hockey coaches coming from Foxcroft Boarding School, an all-girls school. We have 2 coaches coming in the football or soccer arena from Holland College, and also Georgia State University will be here, and they'll be looking to actually recruit. The good thing about it, we've already supplied or provided 2 student athletes to Holland College. That's Jade Stewart and Samira Lowe will be going the next coming semester, and they're looking to recruit more additional females for the years to come, but also male student athletes as well.
I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thanks, Earl. Well, that's our newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Good night.